Hey guys, welcome back to any of you that are joining me here one more time, and welcome to any new viewers that are joining me for the first time. Thank you. I really appreciate you spending some time here with me. My name is Olympia. I go by Oly, and you can find me in these places here on Instagram. I'll put the information here below, and it will also be in the description on the bottom of this video. But anyways, today is Monday, August 21st, I believe, and I decided to make a quick video here. I know I'm in a different location right now. You guys are joining me in my dining room. Hopefully this background over here is not too distracting. This is where I homeschool my kids, in my dining room table. So I have lots of things that I have been writing for them, and I didn't even think about wiping the chalkboard today. But anyways, let's get started because I'm already starting to ramble. And let's start today with my finished objects. The first finished object here, and if you guys see that I'm looking down, I'm looking at my little notebook where I have everything. The first finished object here is the mini mock tank, and this is by Jessie Made Designs, and I finished this last week, I think on Friday. This is what it looks like. And for me, the hardest part of a project is actually weaving in the ends and washing it and blocking. So I have not done that, as you can see. This is the back. And as you guys can see, where I have this marker here is where I was last time. So I knit quite a bit. I'm sorry about the lighting. It's getting dark on me. I just finished recording the Spanish video, so I lost the light, but we're gonna roll with it. If you're looking for something fancy, it's not gonna be this video. It's gonna be minimum editing, so yeah, we're gonna roll with what we have. But I am glad that you are here, choosing to watch my video. I appreciate it. That project that I just showed you was, like I said, by Jessie Made Designs, and I made the size large. It's a fingering weight project. It's a fingering weight project, and I did it with a cotton yarn that I got at the local store. Give me one moment, my dog needs to go out. Okay, I am back. Sorry, there's gonna be lots of interruptions in this video. My kids are just in the other living room watching TV, and I have my puppy, Labrador mix puppy, that wanted to go out right now. So like I was saying, this project, I did it in a cotton fingering yarn that I got at the local craft store, Joann's, and it was the brand KNC, and it was 100% cotton yarn. Like I mentioned on my last video, I didn't have enough of this yarn, so I went back to Joann's and I went to look to see if I can find the yarn or something similar that I can add to it. And I found this guy here, which is kind of like this pale highlighter yellow, and I decided to join this color and kind of like alternate a couple of rows. So here at the bottom where you see the bigger areas, that's kind of like where I started putting some of this color in. You can't really tell, and there was no like specific pattern that I followed. I just did one row with this color, one row with the other color, two rows, etc., until I finished this main yarn. And I ended up doing the ribbing in just that yellow color, and I did the neckband in that color as well. Well, as I started putting in that color here at the bottom, I realized that the yarn felt different, and that's when I decided to look at my label, and I realized that it wasn't the same yarn. It wasn't 100% cotton like this one, but instead this yarn here is wool. So I kind of had a moment of like freaking out, and I was on a Zoom call with my friends. I know I already consider them my friends. If we've had more than one Zoom call, you're my friend. I've been joining the Zoom video chats that Rose Opal Knits has been having lately, and I've been meeting lots of wonderful ladies there, and it's been super fun being able to get on there and get to know them better and chat. And that's where I asked them what their thoughts were as far as this, because I've never mixed yarns in my project. So if I'm doing a yarn that's all wool, I typically just do all wool throughout the full project. And this was the first time I was going from cotton to wool, and I was a little bit concerned about it. And I asked them what they thought, if they've done this on any projects, and they encouraged me to keep going. They told me some of them have done it in several projects. I know Daphne tends to do this a little bit more often, and that kind of motivated me to just finish it. And let me tell you, I mean, I can't really tell the difference. I can't. If I didn't know that this was wool, I don't think I would be able to really spot it. And I love how it turned out. I'm happy with it, so I can't wait to wash it and take finished object photos with this project. So yeah, thank you to the ladies from Rose Opal Knits, and to the Zoom calls that they've kind of pushed me to finish this and not rip it out, because I was contemplating, like, what do I do? Do I just have it super cropped, or do I just frog this project, which would have sucked? But I stuck through it, and my apologies if you guys can hear my puppy. Yeah. Anyways, let's move on before she starts yapping again. The next finished object is my V-back tee, which is the DK version, and this is by Jamie Hoffman. I finally finished it. Again, I haven't weaved in my ends or blocked it, and this is what the V-neck portion looks like, and this is what the round circular neck looks like. Okay, now I love how it came out. I love the colors that I used for this. Concerned still on the extra fabric that you kind of see in the middle, but I'm really hoping that it will block out once I wash it and block it. And yeah, hopefully I'll be able to wear that soon. Talking about wearing, I forgot to mention to you guys what I was wearing today. Today I'm wearing the Let's Picnic tee, which is one of my latest finished Testnets, and yeah, I'm wearing it. I'll try to see if I can put a picture, but this is kind of what it looks like. It's kind of a little bit on the looser, boxier type of style, but I love it. I love how it came out. It was super easy to memorize, and it was a fun test knit. Let's move on to my works in progress, my whips. First off is going to be my test knit. This is the only test knit that I have right now, and this is being housed on, what is that? Oh, my needle's sticking out of there. That's not good. Oh, luckily it's my cable needle. This guy here. This is being housed on my float tote, and then I have an end that's poking out right there. This is my float tote, the large float tote by Knitty Natty, and I had it in this bag here, but these skeins of yarns that I'm using, they're super huge. It's the Lion brand Fisherman's Wool, and I make them into cakes, but it was very bulky and it was taking a lot of space in my bag, so I decided to just put it all in my float tote because this project is kind of on the bulkier end. And let me show you guys what it looks like. I just joined the body, and I haven't done many rows after joining, but this is what it looks like. It's beautiful. Like I said, this is the Lion brand Fisherman's Wool, and the color is natural. It's just a natural wool color. This is the front. Last time I showed it to you guys, this is where I was, where this marker here is. So I got a big chunk done. I would say that I am halfway done with the body. So I tried this on last night and it was under my bust. And this is what the back looks like. So I need to do about maybe 10-11 inches more of the body and then do the ribbing, and then I'll be done with the body. Considering on starting a sleeve so that I can start working on a sleeve, because this test knit is supposed to be done sometime in the beginning of September. This is the Azalea Sweater by Knits by Giselle. That's her Instagram. And I don't have like a clear date, but we're at the end of August basically. So I don't feel like I'm gonna finish this in time. So we will see. We will see what the designer says. I haven't had like communication with her very much, only from what I'm seeing on her Instagram that she posts here and there. So yeah, that's where I saw that she plans to release this pattern in early September. So I gotta focus and work on this so that I can finish it as soon as possible. I'm loving how it's looking. Like I said, I tried it on last night and I was super happy with the way it looks, and hopefully I can finish this up here soon. So that's the first work in progress. I'm making that project in US 6 needles, and I'm making the extra large size. The next work in progress is my little crochet shawl. And I've only really done this light blue row, so it's not a lot, but I still worked on it. As a matter of fact, I was working on it while I was doing my Spanish video a little bit ago, because I wasn't quite done with the row and I was just finishing it up before moving on to my next whip. So this shawl here is called the Crochet Solid Granny Shawl, and it's by Hooked by Robin. It's a YouTube tutorial that I found. I just liked the idea of using my scraps. Here I'm using sock scraps, any scraps that are DK weight or fingering that I just join two strands together and knit it that way. And I'm using all like bright colors, light colors on this shawl. And this is a free tutorial that I found on YouTube. I will try to link the video here below. But yeah, this is how it looks, and I'm really enjoying it, and I like that I've been working on my crochet skills. And I think this is it's a 3.5 millimeter hook that I'm using for this. Okay, moving on to my next project. My next project is my third pair of socks that I have. If you've seen my last videos, you saw that I casted on 4 pairs of socks for summer sock camp by the Crazy Sock Lady. And what I've been doing is I've been working on one section of each sock and then moving on to the next sock and working that section and moving on to the next one. So for this one, I just finished the leg section, and right here where this marker was, of course it's like backwards. This is where I was last time. So it's like a cable pattern sock. Hopefully you can see it good. The front of the sock has this beautiful cable pattern, and then the back of the sock is just stockinette. And I just finished the length of my leg, and now I'm ready to do the heel. I'm gonna go ahead and put this on standby, put it on pause, and I'm gonna pick up my 4th pair of socks and get it through the first section, which I think I'm doing those cuff down. Oh, and I didn't tell you guys, this pattern is a little bit of this socks by Gabs and Kay Kazumi. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. Sorry if I'm not, girls. And they're 2 sisters that also have a podcast. So if you're looking to watch any new podcast, I would highly suggest you check them out. Their podcast is called Slip Slip Sis, and they're so fun to watch. I really enjoy watching them. And this is one of their patterns. And this is being housed in my little doggy bag. I don't know if I mentioned this, but I have a small Etsy shop in case you're looking for a project bag. I'm getting ready to do an update here pretty soon. Hopefully, maybe I'll share a video, but if not, feel free to check out my Instagram account. I have my personal Instagram account, and then I also have a business Instagram account where I share just what I'm working on in the sewing room. And yeah, that way you see what I have coming up. I have lots of fun fabrics that I'm working on, and I can't wait. Hopefully towards the end of this week I have those items listed and ready to go. And yeah, that is my sock whip that I've been working on. And let's move on to some new cast-ons. You heard me right, new cast-ons. The first cast-on here is in my kitty bag. I love this bag. And this has like this leathery box bottom, and this is my handbag style, which has 2 handles and has like a magnetic closure. So it's super cute and convenient. And I feel like this style, especially when I do like the leathery type of bottom, is more like, it can be casual, but it can also be like for more like formal use. If you're going out to a restaurant, to a movie, I feel like it gives it this more of like a fancier look to it. But anyways, this is my new cast on. This is a raglan style sweater. It is called Brick, and it is by Claire Lee. And the yarn that I'm using for this is Yarn Bee. It's a Hobby Lobby yarn. Let's see, it's Yarn Bee, and the line is called Chloe. And the colorway is Pick of the Bunch. And this is this fun, it's like a muted rainbow type of color. And this yarn is 70% wool and 30% viscose, and it's a worsted weight yarn. It's labeled as worsted weight, but it's one of those yarns that's kind of like, it reminds me of like Noro, to where it's kind of like thick and thin in some areas. So yeah, but I am loving it. I have 5 balls of this yarn that I got when Hobby Lobby was having a sale at the beginning of this year, and I decided to cast on this raglan sweater. I'm making it with US 6 needles, and I believe I'm making the size extra large if I'm not mistaken. And I'm making it stripy. I am adding some white stripes or some like ivory color stripes with this yarn that I also got at Hobby Lobby, and it's from the Must Be Merino line. It's also worsted weight, and this is what it looks like. I don't have a lot done. I just literally joined to work in the round, but this is what it's looking like. Hopefully you can see it pretty good. Like I said, it's not a lot. I just joined, so this is the front. I know it looks kind of wonky. So this is what it looks like. I just love these colors. I was getting ready to use this yarn, but in a different colorway that I have for a top that I was gonna be knitting with my friend Rosie, but she was working on something else, so I was kind of waiting for her before we cast it on, and I decided to cast this raglan sweater instead because I love this color. I love this color, and it gives me the autumn vibes. Like, I'm so ready for fall. I love fall. So yeah, this is what I'm working on. I haven't gotten much done because I'm trying to focus on my Testnet. I've really got to work on that. So yeah, this is my new cast on raglan sweater. It's called Brick. And my second cast on is this pattern that I have here on my ivory and black leathery bottom. And this is, I hope I pronounced this correct, Marettimo by Caitlin Hunter. And I'll share a picture of what it looks like. And I don't have much done. This top is knit bottom up, so I literally just have the bottom border, and I just started the first row of what will be the lace portion of this. Now the border around the lace is going to be in this like mauve color. This is a loops and thread yarn that I have had in my stash for a while. My camera is not showing the color as well. Sorry guys for the lighting, but anyways, this is going to be the borders of the lace. My lace is going to be in this beautiful color, which has like flecks of this mauve, purpley color, blue, and it also has some stellina in there. I don't know if you can see. It's gonna be beautiful. This is gonna be what I'm gonna use for my lace, and then for most of the body is going to be this dark blue. This is called dark denim, and this one and this one are both from Hobby Lobby, from the line Yarn Bee Authentic. This one's called Wisteria Moon, and this one is called Dark Denim. So these are my 3 colors that I'm going to be using, and I just love how this combination looks. It makes me excited to work on this. I really am struggling not to pick this up and work on it, but I'm making myself work on my Testnet because I feel like I'm very behind on that. So those 2 are my new cast-ons. I have another soon to be cast on. I already have my swatch ready, and that was the top that I was telling you guys that me and my friend are knitting. And that one, I have it here in my little flowery fabric little bag. Super cute. I love this fabric. It makes me happy. But this is also a yarn by Yarn Bee. This is what it looks like. It's like a pastel color yarn. This is also Yarn Bee Chloe, and the colorway is Breezy Sunrise. And yeah, I got this for $1.99, guys. If you can see, $1.99. So instead of paying $7.99, I got it for $1.99. I love it when Hobby Lobby has their sales because I take advantage and get a whole bunch of yarn then. And then I have yarn for all the projects I want to do. So this top is going to be the Rizzo is how you say it. I don't have the designer's name here. I forgot to write it down, but I will include that information here below. And all I have done here is my swatch. This is my swatch. So I did a little gauge swatch. I got gauge. I'm not even going to bother to wash and block because that's just how I roll. I'm lazy, guys. I'm lazy. So I got gauge with the needle that I needed. So I haven't casted this on yet, but my friend Rosie was just texting me earlier, so it seems like she has already swatched and she's ready to go. So I might be casting this on pretty soon. I'm so excited. So yeah, those are the things that I'm currently working on or have casted on. And wow, I think I flew by this time. Yeah, I just got finished recording my Spanish video, and I feel like it took much longer. Sorry guys, I got a little thirsty. I'm drinking like a matcha super greens drink that I had made. Okay, so that's basically it. Wow, I really flew through. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for joining me. If you are here, please like, subscribe if you like my videos, comment where you're watching from, say hello. And if you want to hear a little bit more about my life, feel free to stick around. If not, hopefully I will see you guys next time. Okay guys, so life update. I've had some issues going on with my left foot. And right now I am currently wearing one of those big boots that you get when you fracture a bone on your foot. So I'm currently wearing that. I have something going on with one of my tendons in my foot. This foot I broke a couple of years ago. I broke my foot and my knee a couple of years ago, and since then I've had issues with my foot, and lately it's just been very painful and unbearable to bear any weight on it. I ended up going to urgent care because I could have sworn that I had broken something. Now, I don't recall falling or anything, but it just hurt so much that I was like, for sure something's broken. Luckily, nothing is broken. I just saw the podiatrist, the specialist, the foot specialist, and right away she like touched my foot and she was like, this is what's going on. So I'm trusting what she is telling me is correct, because I did not get an MRI or CT scan, only x-rays, but she's a professional, and I have to be wearing this boot for about 6 weeks. It may take longer for recovery of this. So it's kind of like if I would have broken a bone, sorry. If I would have broken a bone, it takes that long. But I don't want to make it worse. If it's not bothering me too much, then I can take off the boot and just wear like this compression sock that they gave me. And this compression sock also has like some elastic bandages that are attached to it that I use to wrap my foot very well on both sides to give me like a lot more support. Almost kind of like a brace without, you know, the metals inside. Yeah, so that's where we're at right now. Right now it's pretty painful, so I listen to my body, see how I feel, but majority of the time I'm wearing the boot. So yeah, that's what's going on as far as my health. Other than that, we just had Hurricane Hillary. I know everybody's talking about it, but in case you didn't know, I live in Southern California. I know I was watching Knits by California in her latest podcast, and she was talking about it as well. I think she lives in San Diego. I live more closer to Los Angeles. I'm like maybe an hour away, or maybe even less. But yeah, luckily it wasn't super bad. Yesterday it was raining most of the day, like heavy rain. The problem with here, this area, at least in my area, we're not used to the rain. We're not prepared for rain. So anytime it like rains a bit, like streets get flooded right away, power outages, mudslides, lots of craziness happen. So it was raining most of the day yesterday. We had a little bit of flooding in our backyard, not so much flooding in the front yard, but I know several areas in our town and the little towns close to us were experiencing some mudslides and flooding in a lot of the streets. But luckily we're good. We did have a little scare because besides dealing with the whole hurricane thing, yesterday evening we had an earthquake, and I was resting in bed for a little bit, like after church. It was such a long day that I'm like, I feel like I needed a little nap, so I just laid down a little bit to rest my head. And next thing you know, like I felt like somebody was shaking my bed, and I was like, what? Like that caught me off guard. And then I had my phone close to me, and you had this like loud, super loud alarm go off, alerting us that there was an earthquake happening at that moment. So it was definitely a little bit of a scare, especially because I was dozing off at that point. And my husband came running in like, earthquake, you know? And yeah, so, but other than that, it was just a scare. There was no damage. I think it was a magnitude 5 or 5.1, but we were not in the epicenter, so we didn't feel it as much. It was kind of far from us, a little bit far, but we had all these aftershocks that were coming in. I got up from bed and I was just like very dizzy from the earthquake, which only seems to happen to me when I'm laying down and there's an earthquake. Other than that, I like rarely feel it unless it's pretty strong, if I'm like walking or sitting down. But yeah, we're good, we're safe. It was supposed to be raining a lot today as well, but it has not rained at all. It's given a chance for all that water to, soak through the dirt and kind of diminish and go away. The only thing I did notice today, unfortunately, while I was homeschooling my kids here on my dining room table, is that we have a leak in our roof. I'll try to see if I can post a picture. My husband went into the roof earlier today and did what he had to do to kind of patch it for the moment. And he's going to be looking into it a little bit further to see how much damage there is. I only noticed it because on my ceiling there's this huge wet patch that it's obvious that there is a leak there. So hopefully it's not so bad. But yeah, other than that, we're good, we're safe, and we're thankful. Yeah, that's about it, guys. We started school last week. I homeschool my kids, my daughter who's 8 and my son who's 5. He started kindergarten officially this year, and it's been a little bit hectic, as you moms know, anytime back to school, getting back into routine and all of that jazz. So it's been a little bit hectic on this side over here. I just had my knitting group meet up at the local library, and it was pretty good. The group was significantly smaller, which makes me more comfortable because I was able to focus on only a couple of people that needed to learn how to knit or how to crochet, and luckily there was someone there who was going to help out with the crocheter. So there was only one crocheter, one person who wanted to learn how to crochet, and another person who wanted to learn how to knit. Other than that, there was like 4 or 5 ladies that were already knitters or crocheters, and they were just, hanging out. We were chatting. So it was super cool. And I also had my knit group at Starbucks, and it was fun. We're super excited. It's always usually me and my friend Rosie. Hey, Rosie. So we're so happy because this time there was like 3 more ladies that joined us. So we were super excited. Hopefully we didn't scare them off. But yeah, it's been good. Also, my baby nephew was born earlier this month, so we're so happy and excited to have a new squishy baby in the family. And yeah, I've been enjoying joining the ladies from Rose Opal Knits. Hey ladies, they've been having Zooms, and they also have a Discord group, so we share our projects there. And I know they currently have a Boylan Knitworks knit along going on, and that's why I cast on my Marettimo by Caitlin Hunter, because I was a little behind on starting my project. I think that knit along started in February and it will end on February of next year. So I said, you know what, I gotta get started. But yeah, I've been enjoying their company and their friendship. I consider them my friends. I'm like, hey, if I've been on a Zoom call with you more than once, I think you're my friend. So we'll see. But yeah, I've been joining their Zooms, and it's been fun. I've been getting to know several ladies and chatting with them. They're joining from different parts of the world, and yeah, it's been fun. I have been enjoying making new friends, and new friends more than anything that love the same craft that I do, right? So it's been fun. Other than that, nothing else going on, guys. Just mom over here homeschooling my kids and trying to find a little bit of time here and there to enjoy knitting and crocheting sometimes. So that is all for today, guys. Thank you so much for joining. Please like and subscribe or comment below. I really appreciate it. And I hope to see you guys soon. Bye bye.